Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning and welcome. It's Nurse Richard, the Wax Wizard. Thank you for joining me. Have a guess what this patient has done. It's nothing new, and you fully admitted it, to be honest, and it's pretty obvious when you look at this that there's been my mate Buddy, just up there, has been messing around in here. Literally messing around in here. You can see the dent as well, can't you, on the left hand side of the suction tube there. And he just really pushed it in. It's quite dark and black. Came out pretty easily, actually. What was difficult was the little bits after this, because the patient was extremely twitchy. You'll see it, what would appear to be the camera jiggling around a lot and being a bit twitchy. But it wasn't me, it was the patient. Now, we do our best to put my teeth in, to secure the patient's head when we brace with the endoscope and then the suction tube. You know, you literally hold your other parts of your hand out to secure the head. But if someone's shaking around all over the place, it's not easy. And that's what made this one and his second ear quite tricky. I said he's not going to use buds again. I mean, what kind of idiot would stick a cotton bud in their ear? Let's be honest. You'd have to be a right plonker to just stick buds in your ear and think that it's going to help. Just hang on a sec. I don't know what they got there. Anyway, as I was saying, this patient was very twitchy, and so every time I'm going near to this, because it's quite deep in the ear, this, I think it's a fine end tube, yeah, it is, and you'll see it just jerking around up and down and left to right. And like I said, that's not me. That's the patient. So whenever he does that, I've obviously got to step away from the eardrum and come away from it, because I am trying to go quite deep in the ear to get this. And if the patient suddenly twitches towards you, and I've got a very sharp little metal implement in there, that's not going to end well, both for the patient and for me. Not something I want to end up in court for. So that's why I'm really hesitant here. But you have to remember, on the other side of these procedures, which what you're seeing is a highly magnified procedure. I said in other videos, look at the size of your little fingernail, and that's kind of the space we're working in. Behind each ear, there's a person behind it, and obviously everybody tolerates the procedure in different ways. Some are absolutely fine, some enjoy it, some are really nervous about it, and get quite twitchy, which is what this chap did. And it made it a bit more challenging than it probably should have been. But yeah, jiggling about all over the place, which is fine. You've got to work with what you've got, don't you? So we're going to try and peel away that top bit there that is just, and again, it's classic cotton bud use, where you can see it pushed in, especially pushed into the roof of the ear canal there. And I don't think it gave us too much trouble peeling this away, apart from the twitching, because I'm obviously very close to the canal wall, so I don't want him to twitch to his left and then it would bump into the suction tube, and he wouldn't thank me for that. Although I would tell him it would be his fault, not mine. Everyone does sign a form saying I promise to keep still where reasonably possible. Maybe I should look into getting some head restraints or something for some people, but I think that might be classed as inappropriate. Needed sometimes though. But yeah, I'm sure there's rules against restraining patients if they're all good. So I'm just trying to mop, you see how much it's shaking again, can't you hear? Now I'm just mopping up a little bit on the outside. It's really sticky stuff, this. I think I gave up after a while because it was all over the place. There's another procedure after this, by the way, a little quick, narrow, sticky skin type removal, if you enjoy that, so stay tuned. I've got something exciting to tell you, which I forgot to tell you about in another video, is I am moving clinics, and by that I don't mean moving from the place that I am. I'm changing rooms because the clinic I'm in, it's like a rented building. It's actually an old police station. Some of you know, I've took you on some of you on tours of the building before. Lovely old Victorian building, and there's like 7 or 8 different practices that rent different rooms, and I rent one of the rooms upstairs. And you know, there's other ones in here, like a wonderful Thai masseuse, somebody who does brows, somebody who does lips and fillers. What does the other one do? Vascular blemish removals, all sorts, nail technicians, there's all sorts in here, there's a lot of us. And there's a podiatrist who's downstairs, who's leaving her clinic, so she's going to be going back working in public health, which is great for her. And I've always said, since I moved in, I would really prefer a room downstairs, but one's never been free. But thankfully, one's become free now, and it's a really nice room. It's a similar size to the one I'm in, but it's also got a second room, which I've got 1,000,001 ideas of what to do with. My first thought was I would turn that second room into like a little recording studio, and I can maybe do other things from there as well as these. I was even thinking of doing something like you know, when you see these podcasts where you see people interviewed and just generally having a chat, because I like doing other stuff apart from ears. Maybe I'll call it, I don't know, Waxing Weekly, I don't know. I'm open to some ideas, and I'm maybe going to try and get some guests on. These are all early thoughts in my head, as you know. I've got an overactive imagination, but that is something I'm thinking of doing. You know, you see these people with the podcasts with these big the microphones with the mufflers in front of them in like a softly lighted room. I'm thinking of turning it into something like that, which I think would be good for some other type of content, which I know you all like, apart from the ears. Anyway, I've rambled on and the video's been finished ages ago, but I just wanted to share that with you. I've not had any dad jokes, I'll have a quick one before you go show it. For Valentine's Day, I would have bought flowers for my girlfriend, but my wife won't let me. Bilbo awoke one morning to find that a supermarket had been built next to his house. There's an unexpected item in the baggings area. Anyone who's ever been to the self-serve checkouts at the supermarket we will understand that. That drives me mad, those things. I don't want to brag, but I finished the jigsaw puzzle in a week, and it said 2 to 4 years on the box. One more. It should be my wife telling this joke. Sometimes I wake up grumpy, but other times I let him sleep in. Which he does, but yeah, I'm not good in the morning. Anyway, I'm rambling on for too long again, but I hope you enjoyed that anyway. But for now, take care of yourself, and I will see you soon. Ta-ra.